If you're over 60 and waking up at night because your feet feel like they on fire, or you constantly feel as if invisible bugs are crawling on your legs, what I'm about to share could be like most doctors immediately focus on diabetes, tests, and prescription medications. But there is one simple vitamin deficiency that is overlooked in up to 40% of seniors, and it may be the real reason behind your leg numbness and tingling. Today, I am revealing the vitamin that neurologists often miss, the one that could help reverse your symptoms before permanent nerve damage sets in. Stay with me, because what you learn in the next 15 minutes could save you years of unnecessary pain and frustration. Before we dive in, I'd love to know where you're watching from and your age. Please drop your location and age in the comments below. It helps me better understand my audience and create content that truly serves you. Let's build a supportive community together. Let me start by sharing something that happens in examination rooms across the country every single day. I hear the same complaints over and over from patients in my practice. Many tell me their feet hurt so badly at night that they can even tolerate the feel of bed sheets touching them. Others describe sensations that sound almost unbelievable, like insects biting the bottoms of their feet, even though nothing is there. These symptoms are not imaginary. They are real, deeply distressing, and for many people over 60, they are the very first warning signs that something serious is happening inside the body. What most people don't realize is that these sensations, tingling, numbness, are often the earliest signs of a condition called peripheral neuropathy. I know that term sounds intimidating, but stay with me, because understanding this could change everything for you. Peripheral neuropathy is damage to the nerves that extend from the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body. Think of these nerves like electrical wiring in your home. They transmit signals that allow you to feel temperature, pressure, and pain. They tell your muscles when to move and even regulate functions you don't consciously control, such as digestion and blood pressure. When these nerves are damaged, the signals become distorted or blocked. That's when you begin to experience the burning, tingling, stabbing, pain, and numbness in your feet and legs. For most patients, doctors immediately think of diabetes for a good reason. Diabetes is the leading cause of peripheral neuropathy worldwide. Nearly half of all people with diabetes will develop some form of nerve damage during their lifetime. But here's what truly surprised me when I began researching this more deeply. In nearly 25% of neuropathy cases, doctors are unable to identify a clear cause. Patients are tested for diabetes, thyroid disorders, autoimmune conditions, and more. Everything comes back normal, yet their symptoms persist and often worsen. This is where things become both interesting and frustrating. There is one simple, inexpensive blood test that is frequently skipped, and it checks for something that can cause all of these symptoms. I'm talking about vitamin B12. Before you dismiss this as too simple, let me explain why vitamin B12 is absolutely critical, especially for those of us over 60. Vitamin B12 is essential for nerve health. It helps maintain the protective coating around your nerves, similar to insulation around electrical wires. Without enough B12, that insulation begins to deteriorate. Signals don't travel properly, and nerves become vulnerable to damage. This leads to tingling, numbness, pain, weakness, and balance problems. What makes this especially concerning is that B12 deficiency can cause symptoms that look exactly like diabetic neuropathy, yet it is frequently overlooked. Why does this happen? First, doctors are trained to prioritize the most common causes like diabetes. B12 levels may not be checked unless specifically requested or unless all other tests come back negative. Second, as we age, our ability to absorb vitamin B12 declines significantly. Some estimates suggest that up to 20% of adults over 60 have low B12 levels, many without knowing it. This occurs for several reasons. As we get older, our stomachs produce less acid, which is necessary to extract B12 from food. Many seniors also take medications that interfere with B12 absorption, including metformin for diabetes, proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux, and certain antibiotics. Additionally, some individuals have conditions like pernicious anemia, where the body cannot absorb B12 properly, regardless of dietary intake. Here's how this often unfolds. you're in your 60s or 70s and start noticing mild numbness or tingling in your feet, especially at night. Maybe you feel unsteady when walking or notice subtle balance issues. You mention it during a routine doctor's visit. Blood sugar tests are done. Everything looks normal or borderline. You're told it's just aging, or you're given pain medication. Months pass. Sometimes years. The symptoms slowly worsen. All the while, no one checked your B12 level. And during that time, your nerves have been slowly deteriorating due to a lack of critical nutrition. Now, let me be very clear. Not every case of neuropathy or leg numbness after 60 is caused by vitamin B12 deficiency. Diabetes, autoimmune diseases, infections, medications, toxins, and genetics can all play a role. However, B12 deficiency is common, treatable, and often missed, especially in older adults. And that's why it deserves serious attention. Here's the good news. When B12 deficiency is identified early, nerve damage can often be stopped and sometimes reversed. I've seen this repeatedly in clinical practice. Patients with early symptoms who receive proper B12 treatment often experience significant improvement. But timing matters. If nerve damage becomes severe and long-standing, correcting the deficiency may not fully restore nerve function. That's why early detection is critical. So what symptoms should you watch for? In addition to numbness, tingling, and burning in the feet and legs, B12 deficiency can cause fatigue, weakness, shortness of breath, a sore or swollen tongue, memory issues, mood changes, depression, balance problems, and coordination difficulties. Some people describe a sensation of wearing invisible socks or gloves. These symptoms often develop slowly. You may adapt without realizing what's happening until your quality of life has significantly declined. That's why awareness is so important. Testing is simple. Ask your doctor specifically for a vitamin B12 blood test. It is not always included in routine labs unless requested. Levels above 200. PGMLR, often labeled normal, but many experts believe neurological symptoms can occur below 400, especially in older adults. If levels are low or borderline, treatment may include HIDOs, oral supplements, or B12 injections. Injections are often more effective for people with absorption issues. Many patients begin with frequent injections and later transition to maintenance therapy. Some require lifelong supplementation. B12 is water-soluble, meaning excess amounts are excreted, making toxicity extremely rare. Prevention also matters. Vitamin B12 is found in animal products such as meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. Vegetarians and vegans are at higher risk and should consider fortified foods or supplements. Because absorption declines with age, many experts recommend B12 supplementation for everyone over 50. You might be thinking this sounds too simple. I understand the skepticism, but simple problems are often overlooked precisely because they don't seem complex enough. Peripheral neuropathy has many causes: diabetes, medications, infections, autoimmune diseases, alcohol use, toxins, and genetics. In many unexplained cases, metabolic issues like obesity, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure may play a role. If you're experiencing symptoms, don't ignore them. Be specific with your doctor. Ask for comprehensive testing, including B12. Address underlying causes. Manage blood sugar. Review medications. Improve diet. Exercise regularly. Avoid smoking and excessive alcohol. And take foot care seriously. Your symptoms matter. Your quality of life matters. Leg, numbness, and pain are not normal parts of aging. They are signals that deserve attention. If you remember just one thing, let it be this. Ask your doctor to check your vitamin B12 level. It's a simple test that could uncover a simple solution. When caught early, B-Junior-related nerve damage can often be reversed. If you found this information helpful, please like and share this video with someone who may need it. Subscribe to the Dr. Emily Carter channel for evidence-based health guidance for adults over 60. Have you experienced leg numbness or had your B12 checked? Share your story below. I read every comment. and your experiences help others feel less alone. Until next time, stay active, stay informed, and remember your health is your greatest wealth. This is Vital Care Health, signing off. Take care, listen to your body, and always advocate for your health.